better be good. I said I don't want any calls or any visitors. Oh, she is? Yeah, why not? Send her in.
Todd, thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
This is no notice. So what's this exclusive you keep yapping about? That last one about Poseidon cost me a bundle. And then Carlo had to go and get dead.
Yes, I know, and his killer's still at large. And as mayor, I'm doing everything I possibly can to make certain that that murder is apprehended and prosecuted.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's fast forward to something interesting.
All right. Have you heard Hank Gannon mention one word about Carlo's will?
No.
Well, it exists. I found it several weeks ago, and I immediately turned it over to Hank. Now, Hank is sitting on the details, and I don't have to. For example, do you know who Carlo named as his sole beneficiary?
Guess it wasn't you.
In a fair world, it would have been. But no, he named Antonio Vega as his sole beneficiary, which gives Antonio every reason in the world to have killed him.
Oh, goodbye, boss. Hello, boss's money. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. So, lo and behold, there's now a warrant out for Antonio's arrest. Well, the connection is obvious. If I hadn't gotten that will to Hank, Hank wouldn't have focused so pointedly on Antonio. So, I am responsible for leading the police to Carlo's murderer. I want you to print that.
What, in the Sun?
Mm-hmm. Naturally, you can say that the source was an anonymous, reliable, high-ranking person. But don't you think the citizens of Landview have a right to know that their mayor's working hard to keep their streets safe?
You're working hard to keep your job and stay out of jail.
I have done a lot for this city. I am utterly devoted to Landview. And what good would I be locked up?
Well, that depends who you ask. Fine. I'll get a reporter right on it.
Oh, Todd, I would really prefer if you handled this personally. In fact, I insist. Otherwise, I have to turn it over to the Banner.
Fine, you go ahead. I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, yes, your custody suit. I heard all about that. Oh, a battle over a child is a terrible thing, especially if you lose. Maybe I can help you. And then maybe you can help me. I'm sure you'll agree that your daughter's well-being takes precedence over everything else.
Definitely.
Even strict adherence to principle?
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Please. As a father, you are at a distinct biological disadvantage. Generally, courts don't grant custody to fathers unless they can prove that the mother is either an out-and-out tramp or she is completely unqualified to
The
rear
tramp part
child.
is easy. She's pregnant with Patrick Thornhart's baby, Ireland's little gift to the poetically challenged.
Well, that's wonderful news for your case. A judge likes nothing more than evidence he can see.
Yeah, well, he can see plenty. I got records that go back years proving that she's unstable, or at least shaky enough to be a bad news mother.
Files, reports, that sort of thing.
Yeah, stuff that's written down.
That's the problem. It's all paper. As you said, the reports go back years, meaning they refer to incidents that are not only long since over, but perhaps are not even relevant anymore. I suggest you come up with something current, something dynamic, a visual aid, if you will. Something that will prove to the judge that Blair is unfit to parent your daughter.
I'm not getting any of this.
You claim Blair is unstable. Fine. But you need to come up with something that will prove and show Blair's instability to the judge so the judge can see it. Isn't there something that you could do that would make Blair go berserk right there in the courtroom?
So you're saying that if I can get the judge to see that Blair flips out, then I'm going to get custody of Starr. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. As a lawyer myself, I have experience of going an extra mile to win custody of a child for a client. I once represented a father who'd casually mentioned that his ex-wife had an irrational fear of spiders.
And you used that?
Only for the good of the child. I had to firmly establish that the mother was much too volatile to retain custody.
I don't understand. What did you do?
Well, I took a live spider and put it literally up my sleeve. And at a crucial moment in the proceeding, I simply moved my arm and out came my 8-legged friend. Well, the bailiff had to call the paramedics. Needless to say, the judge ruled in our favor.
Well, that's very inventive of you.
Oh, I did not invent the problem. I merely brought it to the court's attention.
No, I'm complimenting you. The problem is that Blair isn't really afraid of anything. I mean, she's not phobic about anything. Except maybe me.
Think. There has to be something. Everybody has something that sets them off. What is Blair's thing?
I have no idea.
Well, think about it. There's got to be something. Everybody has something. Something that sends them completely off balance.
Well, maybe there is something.
There's nothing I like better than a house full of company. But unfortunately, we've got previous plans, so I wonder if you gentlemen wouldn't mind coming back later.
I'm sorry, Dorian, but we can't do that. So you can either hear what we have to say in private, or we could ask your family to join in the festivities.
What is this all about, Cord? Is there a problem here, Dorian? These are the Buchanans. Their hackles are always rising over something or another. I know him. Mean eyes. He wouldn't let me play the piano. He yells, and he smells like liquor. And they say she isn't lucid.
Where is that woman's nurse?
Hey, what would you just back off, Asa? Addie is obviously getting a little bit upset, so why don't you take her to the club? All of you, go to the club, and I'll join you.
No, Mama, no.
Why not? I mean, I'll be there in a few minutes, I promise.
Mother, what is so important that you have to miss any of this party?
I'm obviously going to find out, okay? Please, just do as I say. Come on.
All right.
All right? Just excuse us, Addie. I'll see you just a little bit. Now, you make sure you leave me some cake, okay?
All right.
All righty, good. And drive carefully. Tell me what is going on. The roads are treacherous.
Go to the club. I'll fill you in. Excuse me.
Oh, of course, excuse me. Goodbye. I see. So is this why the two of you barged in here like a couple of stormtroopers? Am I going to see your entry into America's tackiest videos?
Dorian, just keep your eye on that little screen and shut up. Roll it, Cord.
My real name is Olivia Jane DeWitt. I've worked under the aliases of Olivia March and Olivia Fisher. Most recently, I worked under the name of Cameron Wallace. Mrs. Dorian Lord of Llanview, Pennsylvania, hired me to infiltrate the inner offices of Buchanan Enterprises. She paid all my expenses and a fee of $25,000. Mrs. Lord also arranged for me to meet the new head of Buchanan Enterprises, Cord Roberts. I then pretended to be Cameron Wallace, a very skillful and accomplished businesswoman. Cord Roberts hired me as his assistant. From the start, Mrs. Lord made it very clear to me that my job was to do anything and everything possible to destroy the company.
Do we have a recent photo of you, Alex? Because the Sun isn't going to be able to print a story about how the mayor almost single-handedly pointed the police to Antonio Vega without a decent picture.
So you're going to print it? That's wonderful.
Well, it's like you said. You do something for me, and I'll do something for you.
It is going to be on the front page, isn't it?
Alex, where else am I going to put a picture of a person like you?
Okay. Oh, don't forget to establish how doggedly I've been pursuing a resolution to this problem.
I'll make you look like a bloodhound.
Well, you don't have to go that far. Can I assume that this outpouring of positivity means that you have come up with the perfect way of demonstrating Blair's instability for the judge's benefit?
Assume away.
You want to share it with me?
No. But I'll tell you this. When I pull out what I've got up my sleeve, the judge is going to sit back and watch while Blair bounces off the walls.
This is Joan London.
And Charles Gibson. Tomorrow, do you want to shape up your finances and become financially fit?
Step by step, we'll show you how. New year, new you on tomorrow's Good Morning America.
Will AJ succumb to pressure and return to the bottle? Watch what happens on General Hospital following an ABC News brief next.